Welcome to the virtual race brief for the Cheshire Ring 100 Mile Ultramarathon. My name is Wayne Drinkwater and I am the Event Director at GB Ultras, and today we're just going to talk you through some of the key points that you may need to know for the race itself. The start location for the Cheshire Ring 100 Mile is at the Piazza at Media City, and that is beside the BBC and ITV studios. At Media City, there's a range of multi-storey 24-hour car parks that are available, which are pay and display or paying when you leave the car park. Race registration is open either on a Friday evening prior to the event from 5:30 p.m. till 9 p.m. for bib number collection, or it's available on race day morning from 4:15 a.m. until 5:30 a.m, where you can collect your bib number and your GB race tracker. The GB race tracker must only be collected on race day morning, so even if you've registered on a Friday and picked up your bib number, you'll still need to collect your GB race tracker on race day morning. At race registration, you'll collect your bib number and a drop bag label. You'll have the option of utilising separate drop bags, which can be taken from the start venue to dedicated points during the race. The drop bag locations are separate due to the spread of runners as the event progresses. Drop bag 1 goes to checkpoint 7, which is 48 miles and halfway along the race route, and that's at Lawton Memorial Village Hall. Drop bag 2 goes to checkpoint 10, which is 78 miles, and that is at Preston Brook Village Hall. Drop bag 3 will be held at the finish line at Media City, so that when you finish the race, you have your kit ready and waiting for you. As that particular checkpoint location closes, the drop bags will make their way over to the finish for collection. Within the drop bags, you may contain a changing kit, changing running trainers, extra nutrition and supplies, something along those lines. If you have a support crew for the duration of the event, then these may not be required. When you've collected your race number at race registration, you'll also collect some drop bag labels, which you can securely fasten to your drop bag. Each drop bag goes to a separate location, and the label identifies your unique bib number for the race and the location it's going to. The Cheshire Ring 100 Mile Ultramarathon starts at 6 a.m. sharp from Media City. Before the race starts, you just need to check that you've done the following. Number 1, you've got your bib number. Number 2, that you've handed in your drop bags if you're utilising them. Number 3, that you've collected your GB race tracker. If you pre-order one of the GB Ultra's Tech Tees for the event, you can pick that up at race registration along with having a look at the other merchandise that we have available. When you collect your GB race tracker at race registration on the Saturday morning of the event, it's already switched on, so all you have to do is securely fasten it to your pack. There is a Velcro fastener just on the rear of the tracker that allows you to securely fasten the tracker to the shoulder strap of the back of your pack. The tracking is updated at 2-minute intervals, providing there is GPS signal. After the event, please ensure that you hand your tracker back to the event team at the finish line of the event. Alternatively, if you decide not to continue during the race, please ensure that you hand your tracker back to the event team at a checkpoint. During the Cheshire Ring 100 Mile Ultramarathon, the race route comprises of the Cheshire Ring Canal network, including the Bridgewater Canal, Rochdale Canal, Ashton Canal, Peak Forest Canal, Macclesfield Canal, Mersey and Trent Canal, before returning back on to the Bridgewater Canal. Now, if you look at the race route and a map of the race itself, you'll find that there's distinctive trails, mostly canal towpath through the majority of the route. This means there's very limited navigation required. During the Cheshire Ring 100 Mile Ultramarathon route, we'll use a number of race markings, but only where we deem necessary, because it is a straightforward route. We have red biodegradable tape, which is every 20 metres approximately, particularly as the race starts and passes through Manchester city centre. As the route becomes very straightforward following a series of canals, no further race markings are used except at major canal junctions, diversions and checkpoint locations that are just slightly off the route. A 5-mile diversion is present on the route until further notice due to a canal breach on the Bridgewater Canal near Bollington. Runners will leave the canal at 88 miles just before Lymm Parish Hall checkpoint 11, and they won't return to the Bridgewater Canal until 93 miles into the race to avoid the affected area. The diversion follows the Transpennine Trail, which is a very straightforward route to Dunham Massey. Signage will be in place to join the diversion and leave the diversion to rejoin the Bridgewater Canal. Checkpoint locations for the Cheshire Ring 100 Mile Ultramarathon race. Checkpoint 1 is at 8.8 miles, and that's at Lum Lane in Manchester. It's an outdoor checkpoint. Support teams are welcome, though there is only roadside parking. Please be mindful of local residents and do not block access egress to the checkpoint. Checkpoint 2 is at 15 miles approximately into the race, and that's at the Arthur Greenwood Centre in Stockport, an indoor checkpoint. Support teams are welcome, though there is limited parking, so please use roadside parking and be mindful of local residents. The route to checkpoints is short and marked by the team. Toilet facilities are available for participants. Checkpoint 3 is at approximately 21.5 miles into the race, and that's at North Cheshire Cruising Club, a historic venue, and it's an indoor checkpoint in Stockport. Support teams are welcome, and they're more than welcome to use the main car park at the club. The main checkpoint location is at the rear of the building, and access is for runners up the stairs and event team members only. Checkpoint 4 is at approximately 26.4 miles into the race, and that's at Hull House Lane car park in Adlington, an outdoor checkpoint. Support teams are welcome, though there is only roadside parking and a small car park, so please be mindful of local residents and do not block access egress into the checkpoint. Checkpoint 5 is at approximately 36 miles into the race, and that's at Bosley Locks Boaters Facilities in Congleton. It's an outdoor checkpoint. Support teams are welcome, but there is again a small car park. Checkpoint 6 is at approximately 41 miles into the race, and that's at Mosley Village Hall in Congleton, an indoor checkpoint. Support teams are welcome, though there is limited parking, so please use the roadside parking and be mindful of local residents. The route to the checkpoint is marked by the team. Please study the race route to understand where you leave the canal, just in case signage is removed. Checkpoint 7 is at approximately 48 miles into the race, and that is at Lawton Memorial Hall. This is a drop bag location, drop bag 1. Support teams are welcome. The route to the checkpoint is short and marked by the team. Toilet facilities are also available. Checkpoint 8 is at approximately 60 miles into the race and is beside the canal at Middlewich Waterpoint Town Bridge. Support teams are welcome. There's local parking available within Middlewich Centre or at Seabank Car Park Pay and Display, though there is a height restriction barrier. Checkpoint 9 is at approximately 70 miles into the race, and that's at the car park beside the Anderton Boat Lift in Northwich. Support teams are welcome. Parking charges may apply. Checkpoint 10 is at approximately 78 miles into the race, and that's at Preston Brook Village Hall. No support teams are permitted here due to insufficient parking and due to the time that the event passes through, as we don't want to disturb the local community. There's also toilets for participants' use only. This is a drop bag location, drop bag 2. Checkpoint 11 is at approximately 89 miles into the race, and that's at Lymm Village Hall. Support teams are permitted here, but please bear in mind the local community, especially during nighttime hours, so avoid shouting, slamming of car doors, talking outside of houses, and leaving cars running during nighttime hours. There's also toilets for participants only at that checkpoint. The Cheshire Ring 100 mile finishes at approximately 102 miles into the race at the Piazza Media City, Salford Quays. Please be mindful of noise at nighttime hours. Please respect any support crew restrictions that we might have in place. At nighttime locations, please be quiet and respectful at all times. The GPX is available to download off the GB Ultra's website for the event. If there are any further diversions in the lead up to the event, we will let participants know via email and issue a new GPX for the race. The diversions sometimes are essential works deemed necessary by the local authority or the landowner. It is out of our hands, and we will ensure that a diversion is suitably marked if needed. Please bear in mind that sometimes route markers that we've placed at key junctions or that lead to checkpoint locations can be taken down in the lead up to the race by passers-by. The majority of the trail is canal towpath, so take extra special care just purely because it might be uneven terrain at times and it might be quite slippery. You're allowed a pacer from 48 miles onwards, that's checkpoint 7, in the 100-mile race. This should be one pacer at any one time, and they should not be carrying any of your mandatory kit for you. For the mandatory kit, in the lead up to the race, please ensure that you look over the mandatory kit video, which has been done by Laura Yates, one of the race director team. The mandatory kit is the minimum standard kit that you must carry for the race. If you want to carry anything extra, by all means, feel free to do so, but this is the minimum standard kit, the safety kit that we need you to carry at all times during the ultramarathon. Weather conditions during the race can change quite rapidly, so maybe utilise the drop bags for extra dry kits and possibly another base layer at night time. This is why the mandatory kit is there, just because there may well be changes in the conditions of the race and how you feel during the race. There may be a poor weather forecast for the day. If this is the case, we'll ask you to add extra kit to your mandatory kit list that you have to provide, such as waterproof trousers, gloves and a warm hat. There will be random kit checks during the race and also potentially at the finish line. If you're found not to be carrying the mandatory kit for the race, you could be disqualified or there may well be time penalties imposed. It's important that we all play our part to respect the environment that we're in. During an ultramarathon, you'll be eating on the move to keep energy up. When you eat any of your snacks, please be aware that any litter that you have during the race, make sure it's nice and secure in a dedicated pocket on your pack. Please ensure that if you're using a pocket for anything else, maybe your mobile phone, that you don't accidentally drop any litter out of your pocket when you take your phone out. Maybe just use a dedicated area of your pack or a dedicated pocket. When you come into a checkpoint during the race, please make sure that you unload all of your litter so it reduces the risk of any litter going on the route. You'll have noticed in the mandatory kit video for the race itself that our events at GB Ultras are plastic cup-free events, so please bring your own cup for the checkpoints. This leads on to the emergency instructions for the Cheshire Ring 100 mile. If there is a minor injury, please let a checkpoint, a marshal or race HQ know. Only in emergency where there is a risk to life or limb, please follow these instructions. Number 1, put on any spare clothing to keep warm and use your thermal survival bag. Number 2, trigger the SOS button on the front of your tracker. On the front of the tracker, just underneath the race tracker logo, there's an SOS button. Hold it down for approximately 3 seconds and that will alert Race HQ that there's an emergency. Please note that that's no substitute for speaking to Race HQ on the phone. Number 3, if there is a risk to life or limb, please call 999 and ask for an ambulance. Number 4, inform Race HQ by calling the numbers for Race HQ that you should have saved on your phone. Number 5, attract the attention of fellow participants by using your whistle or shouting. This now completes the virtual race brief for the Cheshire Ring 100 mile ultramarathon. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions in the lead up to the race, please feel free to email the team at events@gbultras.com. If it is race week, we may be out marking key sections of the route, setting up at the event, and if it's 1 or 2 days before, we can't guarantee a reply. Thanks so much for watching and we look forward to welcoming you to the Cheshire Ring 100 mile ultramarathon on race day.